What you need to pay attention to at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Taurus, is one particular thing. You must avoid this incorrect advice. Someone is going to try kind of like try to give you an incorrect advice, but you will know exactly what am I talking about when that situation takes place, because something is just not going to feel right. On one hand, that advice is going to seem like, oh yeah, I mean, kind of, why not? It makes sense. But then on another hand, you will just know that something is absolutely not right with that particular advice whatsoever. And the reason why is because the situation that you are going to be looking at, the situation that you're going to be dealing with, it needs to come from you. The response to that situation needs to come from you and not from anybody else whatsoever. So this is what you need to remember, my gorgeous Taurinis, indeed. And I'm talking about the weekend between the 21st and the 27th of November. So at the beginning of this week, someone is indeed going to try to give you an incorrect advice. This advice is not going to be good for you whatsoever. So you have to be wise. You have to be smart. You have to be clever, and the only way to do this is to follow your own intuition, to follow your own wisdom, my gorgeous Taurinis, indeed, because that in itself is also going to really make you aware of a useless sacrifice that you would otherwise made. So this incorrect advice that I'm talking about, it's all about a useless sacrifice that you would actually make in your life. So this is really important for you to remember, okay? So you need to be wise and you need to listen to your intuition, because your intuition is going to be telling you something completely opposite of what this incorrect advice is trying to kind of really make you aware of, So this is important for you to understand. But then on another hand, this in itself, as long as you don't follow that incorrect advice, I hope that this is not too confusing, but it's a lot to do with you follow your intuition when you find yourself really facing the situation where someone is trying to suggest something to you, okay? And this is important because this is going to reflect on your home, this is going to reflect on your happiness, this is going to reflect on your own peace, this is going to reflect on your energy, this is going to reflect on your on your vibration in general, in the best possible way, as long as you listen to your own intuition. And a couple of days after that moment in time, you are going to be facing such an important opportunity, and that opportunity that you're going to be facing is going to be the direct result from the actual karma rewarding you for following your own advice, opposed to somebody else's. So this is all going to reflect on you couple of days later having a really important opportunity to do something so big. But what you're going to be able to do is going to reflect on your immediate environment, and it's going to bring a really big change in your life. It's going to reflect on your pleasure, on your peace, on your own contentment. But then at the same time, it's just basically you will see and you're going to realize that people who really knows you and people who really understand you will completely get it, will completely get you when it comes to you facing that incorrect advice. And the people who understand you and who knows you really well, they will get you, because you will see, as long as you follow your own intuition, the people in your life are going to also, within the next couple of days, you will see that the people in your life are going to confirm this to you. They will support you. They will support your decision. But you're going to need to be sharp. You're going to need to be very quick, and you're going to need to be very clever indeed. And this is also going to reflect on that stage, on a particular stage of your life where you had the difficulties in launching new projects or starting new things. For example, especially over the last couple of months, something is absolutely, my lord, going to become so obvious to you at this moment in time, okay? And there is going to be very, very unusual message that you are going to have. Very, very strange and very unusual message, and that message is going to make you aware of oh my god, you're going to understand why you had the problems starting new things, or when you would start new things in your life, they just wouldn't work the way you wanted them to work. But this can reflect on a period in the stage over the last year, but the last couple of months have been quite a lot around the place indeed. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, you're also, my gorgeous Taurini, going to become aware of some kind kind of lies here, some kind of deception. But this is going to be good for you. This is going to be brilliant for you, because this dishonesty that you're going to become aware of is just going to like trigger something within you, especially when it comes to you now suddenly feeling a great determination. You're going to feel a great determination because just by you knowing and being aware of this deception and dishonesty, and insincerity, that is just, that in itself is going to reflect on you being so determined when it comes to some kind of initiative in your life, that it's immediately going to give you strength and such a powerful force that you are going to feel. You're going to feel immediately this activity that you haven't felt in such a long time. But this is all because you are going to feel kind of on one hand extremely emotional, but then on another hand, this is also going to be the time when you are going to find yourself on a spiritual quest indeed, because it's all going to be like kind of, you are going to realize that this is the time that you are kind of releasing yourself from such a huge amount of negative energy that was holding you in some kind of a bondage for such a long time, because it's going to start the process of you beginning to understand now so much about yourself and so much about the bigger picture and so much that was happening not only in your life but around you, that was affecting you, and it was affecting your way of thinking, and that was affecting your progress in life. So of course that this is important for that. So that determination that I'm talking about, it's really going to point you towards the direction that you're going to feel so excited, and it is going to really kind of make you feel optimistic. You're going to suddenly have all these ideas. You're going to feel so refreshed and regenerated, rejuvenated. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. So it's not about you finding out about these bad and negative people and all these lies and things like that. No, baby, no. It's about the fact that in itself is going to trigger this process within you, which is, without you even realizing as such, the kind of very, very strong connection when it comes to you suddenly feeling very optimistic about something really particular in your life that is just going to get you going like there is no tomorrow. This is going to start the process where you find yourself on the spiritual quest. Well, you at this moment in time will just literally want so much more out of life, and you're going to start asking yourself, why didn't I do this earlier? Why didn't I do this before? It doesn't really matter. It is never too late. This is an important time of your own reconnection with yourself. And now, my babies, you are coming back home to yourself. Your spirit is about to come out, and that is all going to not only lead towards the beginning of understanding about yourself and what you actually want in your life when it comes to this very, very kind of important spiritual path, but at the same time, this is you starting this process of you reaching towards enlightenment in your life. It's like, oh my God. And this oracle card is just proving the point that you have to trust yourself. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust your spiritual journey. And how you're going to do that? By simply just following your own intuition opposed to anything else around you, because this is going to be guiding you towards your own freedom. By the time you get to the last part of this week, a rather unexpected situation is going to take place. A rather unexpected situation is going to happen, and this is really going to surprise you. Something very kind of unexpected is going to take place at the end of this week, and you are going to kind of see something. You're going to become aware of something, and you're going to like this so much. This is an important moment when it comes to your destiny. The last part of this week, my gorgeous Torini, it is all about your destiny. You will know what am I talking about when I say like an unexpected situation is going to take place, because this is a lot to do with you looking at something and feeling a very strong connection, like, oh my God, very strong connection, like you will be inspired that you want to learn something, you want to read more about something, you will want to educate yourself about something really, really specific. So it's all about you suddenly feeling, ooh la la, baby, this deep concentration, when it comes to you wanting to learn something. It's about your own reflection and respect for knowledge that it's going to be rather highlighted at this moment in time, but it's all going to reflect on your own desire to learn, and new ideas as well. This is absolutely brilliant, and there are some kind of a very kind of important news that you're going to hear at a time, which is going to make you kind of, which is going to push you towards this path even further. You need to understand that this is to do with your destiny. My gorgeous Taurinis, this is important. Listen to me very carefully. This is important, and to specify this even more, it's to do with 26th, 25th, 26th and 27th, 25th and 26th and 27th of November, specifically, these 3 days are about your destiny. Pay attention along the way to what you feel connected to what's inspiring you, and to what suddenly you feel a very strong connection towards, like in the sense of the actual learning, you know. My God, there are gonna be like directions from all over the place, because it's to do with your own destiny. Why? Because over the next 9 months, your life is about to change big time because of what is going to be happening over this last 3 days within this week. This is also going to bring you success when it comes to your materialistic life, when it comes to you finding yourself in a very, very good, in a very good place, when it comes to an advantage in life, you know. This is going to even reflect on your own well-being, and this in itself is going to bring a victory in your life, especially when it comes to the difficulties that you have been through over the last couple of years that have affected your stability. So this is really going to bring a success into your life when it comes to your materialistic life, when it comes to your spirituality, but when it comes to your stability, but also when it comes to some kind of a wish, baby, some kind of a wish becoming true. This is so important, and it is going to have so many different stages over the next 9 months. My gorgeous Taurini, this is indeed going to be a really, really big one. And also at the end of this week, you can expect somebody who is like a rather consistent in your life. A certain person who is rather consistent in your life, again, it's going to really kind of like give you a certain news. They're going to tell you something. Somebody who's like in your life, somebody who you really, really trust, and somebody who's rather consistent. That particular person is going to primarily responsible for you becoming aware of something, and what you're going to become aware of is just basically also at the same time going to help you to make an important decision. Okay, it's going to help you to make an important decision, and that important decision that you're gonna make, it's gonna feel, oh my God, you're still not going to be too sure how you're gonna do this, because there's going to be so much uncertainty that you're gonna be facing at the same time. But because this is gonna come from someone who you really trust, from someone who is really consistent, absolutely spiritual like there is no tomorrow, a big spiritual mama indeed, that's why you're gonna kind of start up this process, because you will know, you will again follow your intuition, so you will know that you can trust to this person. It's not like the person at the beginning of this week, this little bastard over there. No, baby, no. It's about this person who you can actually trust, you know, because someone who's nice, good, important and consistent. You will know that kind of now it's time to start this new plan. It's to do with you kind of like starting some kind of a new plan, but then at the same time you will know exactly which plan I'm talking about. But then at the same time, last time when you wanted to start this, everything kind of fall apart and it wasn't the right time. So this is you kind of like a really kind of continuing this certain plan from before that you attempted at some moment in time over the last couple of years especially. So this is also bringing up an important part of you that you need to reflect on, especially when it comes to your spiritual progress. This is really important, because you will know what am I talking about, because it's all about you starting a certain project, but it's not brand new, if you know what I mean. It's just like a kind of continuation, and you are going to be well aware of what this is, because it's going to give you so much hope, it's going to give you so much confidence, and you're going to start like kind of like a dreaming about certain things that you're going to feel suddenly a very, very strong connection to. And I repeat, normally you would have like a really kind of like this would put you off, because there's so many uncertain efforts, you know, there's so much uncertainty connected to it. But because it's coming from someone really kind of important in your life, you will know that this is your green light indeed. So now, my gorgeous Taurinis, I'm just going to take one oracle card and see. I'm just going to take one oracle card, and I'm going to see what is going to be an oracle card of the week. And this is the week in between the 21st and the 27th of November. Of course, I skipped cheekily 1 week. So now this is in between 21st and the 27th of November. What is going to be an oracle card for my gorgeous Taurini? What is going to be an oracle card? Show yourself. Show yourself. Show yourself. Oh, my lordy, lordy. Look at this talent talent. It is all about the destiny. It is all about our fortune. It is all about our future. It is all about who you are. It is all about what you're doing on this earth. Why am I talking about this like that? Why am I going so deep? Because it's about our destiny. And how do you know what your destiny is? If we are creators of our own destiny. And how are we gonna go along with it? By following your talents, by following your passion. Even if you think that you have no talents, which I absolutely doubt. Every single person is absolutely big mama when it comes to something very specific in their life, when it comes to their talent. So it's all about the talent, and the talent is your passion. We need to follow our passion. By following our passion, we are responding to our spirit. We are responding to our soul. We are doing the best possible thing when it comes to us being on this earth and making absolutely the most out of life. Your talent is indeed going to be yet again highlighted this week, my gorgeous Taurini, and you most importantly, most certainly, you must pay attention to and take it as far as you possibly can. Okay, my gorgeous Taurinis, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessing, lots of healing, peace, love and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.